Hi, my name is Shannon. I'm really excited to guide you in this flow today. Find a comfortable space and we'll start lying down. Allow your feet to fall out to the sides, palms to be face up. Grant yourself a wiggle or two so that you can be absolutely comfortable. And feel free to take up space. Find the breath. Breathing in, letting the belly expand. Also breathing into the lower back, the depth of the pelvis. And exhaling just as long and slow. Just like that. Match the length of the inhale to the length of the exhale. Filling up into the depth of your being. And exhaling slow. Belly expands, ribs expand. Breathing into the lower back. Breathing up into the chest. And exhaling. We'll take another deep breath in, just like that. Big belly breath, ribs expand up into the heart, and then you'll hold the breath at the top. Take an extra sip of air in through the lips. Hold the breath, relax the eyebrows, and sigh it out, open the mouth. Another one like that, deep breath in. Hold the breath at the top. Sip of air in. A calming wave from the top of the head down through the torso, the hands, the legs. And we'll sigh it out. Last one, really fill up full capacity. Breathing into the tips of the fingers, tips of the toes. Hold the breath at the top. Sip of air in. Feel the pulse of your cells. Let something go, sigh it out. Breathe easily in and out through the nose. Shifting into a space of observing, of noticing how you feel, the sensations in the body. In these moments prior to movement, can you lean into the stillness? The sensation of being held by the earth. Imagining anything that's been on the mind or causing any tension in the body to just evaporate off the body with every breath. Letting all stress just leave, sink into the earth, be transmuted by the healing powers of the earth. We'll do some activation relaxation. And so on the breath in, I'll have you activate a certain muscle group and just that muscle group. And then on the exhale, you'll relax completely. So first, just bring your awareness to the left foot and left leg. Sense and feel left foot, left leg. And your next breath in, we'll flex the toes back towards the face and lift the left ankle just an inch off the ground. Activate left quad. And as you exhale, release the foot to the earth. Sensing and feeling left foot, left leg. Sensing the difference between the sides. Next breath in, we'll flex right toes towards the face. Lift the right ankle just an inch. Activate the right quad. And as you exhale, you'll release the foot to earth. Sensing and feeling right leg, right foot. We'll keep the legs long. Dig the heels into the earth. Lift the hips just an inch off the ground. Squeeze the glutes together. Activate the hamstrings, drawing the heels back. And as you exhale, release the hips gently to the earth. Sensing the entire backside of the body. Sense and feel the hands, the fingers, the tips of the fingers. On your next breath in, we'll fold the fingers into the palms, squeezing the hands in love, not in anger. We'll lift the wrist just an inch off the ground and firm the muscle to the bone in the arms. Then bring the shoulders up by the ears. And as you exhale, send the shoulders away from the ears. Open up the palms. Let the arms rest on the earth. Feeling the vibration of the arms. Next breath in, into the heart space. We peel the upper back off the earth. Bring the shoulder blades together underneath. And pinch a penny between the shoulder blades. And as you exhale, spine descends to earth. Noticing the facial structures. On the breath in, we'll bring all the facial features towards the center, squeezing the brows, furrowing the nose, squeezing the lips, making a small face like you just sucked on a lemon. And as you exhale, stick out the tongue, let the eyes roll back, take the jaw side to side, stretch the face. Even if the eyes are closed, you can take the eyes side to side or up and down, exploring the range of motion in our gaze. And we'll find stillness in the face. Rock the head side to side, massaging the skull on the earth. And then we'll bend into the knees, plant the soles of the feet on the ground, and then gather the knees into the chest, our lower back staying grounded on the earth. Pull the knees wide. And we'll come into a happy baby. So you can show the soles of the feet to the sky. Hands can grab behind the nape of the knee, or maybe the hands reach the outside edge of the foot. If you find your lower back feels way off the ground here, right, better to have the hands behind the knees so we can keep that sacrum grounded. You can rock side to side. Straighten into one leg and then the other. And then we'll gather the knees into the chest. Right, rocking side to side on the lower back still, but this time knees more or less together. And then the hands will come behind the knees and we'll start to rock forward and back on the spine. Tuck the chin into the chest and take as many rocks as you like. 3 or 4 to really massage the spine. Eventually, we'll meet in a seated position. I'll offer this cross-legged variation anywhere you can keep shoulders over the hips. If that means kneeling on the knees, just as good. I'll invite you to close down the eyes. Bring the ears in line with the shoulders. And a gentle tuck of the chin will elongate the back of the neck, reaching the crown tall, lifting up through the heart. Find the breath. I'll introduce a 3-part breath. So first, breathing into the belly. Belly button expands forward. Breathing into the ribs. Ribs go outward. And then up into the heart, up into the collarbone. And as you exhale, heart descends. Ribs come towards midline. And belly button to spine. Just like that. Into the belly. Ribs. Up to heart. Exhale, heart descends. Ribs towards midline. Belly button to spine. Inhale, belly. Ribs. Heart. Exhale, heart. Ribs. Belly. Inhale, belly. Ribs. Heart. Exhale, heart. Ribs. Belly. Keep going. Grounding our breath before building higher. Slow on the descent. And when you're ready, we'll blink the eyes open. Crawl forward onto hands and knees. And take the knees wide, big toes to touch. And we'll crawl hands into a child's pose, forehead to the earth. And first, you may rock side to side on the forehead, pressing into one knee and then the other. Encouraging deep breaths into the base of the belly, into the lower back, creating space inside. And then finding center in this still, wise child's pose. This gentle inversion with the head below the heart calms the nervous system. And then gentle pressure on the forehead offers respite for a busy mind. We'll walk the hands over to the right. Right hand will be off the mat. Left hand can come on top of right hand. And then we'll push the hands forward, pushing left hip back towards the feet, elongating the left side of the body. One more breath here. And we'll walk the hands over to the left hand off the mat, right hand on top of left. Pushing the hands forward and down, opening the right side of the body, right hip pressing towards heel. And then hands come back to center. We'll bring the knees underneath the hips, rising up. And we're going to come into a puppy dog pose. So the hands will be tented on our fingertips. And then we'll slowly descend towards the earth, heart bowing, head bowing. The forehead may come to the earth or the chin if you like to open up the throat, gazing between the hands. If the forehead is on the ground, this could be a good time to continue rocking right and left, opening the armpits. And we'll settle down in the center, press into the knees, start to round the spine forward, and we'll slowly drop the hips towards the earth. Coming into a Sphinx pose, elbows on the earth. We'll rotate palms up, untuck the toes, press the forearms into the earth, lift the heart, and then with the forearm skin staying on the earth, we'll rotate palms down. And then pulling heart forward, sending elbows back, lifting chin, proud Sphinx. Shoulders moving away from the ears, creating more lift through the heart. Our lower back and the lower half of our body is completely relaxed. Full deep breath. Last breath in, we'll take elbows out wide and bring left temple to the earth. Inhale to lift up and right temple to the earth. Inhale, lift the head, gazing forward, hands by the lower ribs. Pressing into hands, tuck the toes, take it back down and facing dog. Go ahead and walk your dog, bending into one leg and then the other. We'll come up high onto the toes and then round through the spine as we slowly come forward into a plank. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, high on the toes, we'll round forward, one vertebrae at a time. Exhale, hips up and back. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, take you back. Walk the feet towards the hands. Take as many steps as you like. The feet will be hips width distance. When you come to a forward fold, you can grab opposite elbows. Let the head hang really heavy. Shift weight into left foot and then right. Back and forth, side to side. We'll release the hands. Start to come to a standing position. Stack in the vertebra. Arms reaching up, gazing up. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll inhale again, arms reaching up. This time take left hand around right wrist and we'll lean over to the left. Inhale back up through center. Switch the grip, right hand around left wrist and lean right. Inhale back through center. Keep going, switch over, lean left. Use your obliques to pull you up, breathing in and switch. Last lean. Back up through center. We'll cactus in the arms, lift the heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Arms can go wide, swan dive. We'll come to a halfway lift, breathing in, shoulder blades together, slight tuck of the chin, right, long line from the hips all the way to the crown of the head. Exhale to fold. Inhale, chair pose, sit the hips low, arms reach up. And here we sink our weight into our heels. Ankles are together, knees together. Right. Gentle tuck of the pelvis to bring the belly button up and in. Uddiyana Bandha. Can we drop the shoulders down the back? And really stay active in the fingertips, firming the muscle to the bone in the arms. All right, we'll turn palms face down. Sweep the ground. Reach the hands back. Turn palms to face the earth. Now sweep the ground, reach palms up. We'll bring left knee to our chest, standing on right leg. And extend that left foot forward. Right, resist gravity, really lifting up through the toes. Slowly we'll lower that left leg. We'll find a warrior three. Right, so we're making a T shape with the body. Lifting left heel, lifting back of heart. Neck stays long. Really focus in on the quality of the breath. Hands will come to the earth. Left leg reaches to the sky. Standing split. It will lower that left leg, big toes to touch. Lower the seat, arms reach up, chair pose. Sinking into your shape. Weight in heels. Stability in the core. Energy up through the hands. We'll turn palms face down, sweep the ground, reach back behind you. Palms rotate to face the earth, right? Pinkies magnetizing towards each other, heart lifting. We'll sweep the earth, breathe in. Lift right knee to chest now. Extend right foot forward. One more breath of lift. And as you exhale, we'll slowly lower and find warrior three. Lifting up through right heel. Arms reaching forward. Foot reaching back. Focus the gaze. And hands to earth. Standing split. Right leg reaching tall. Maybe play with bringing some weight into the hands. And we'll slowly lower that right leg to the earth. Arms reach up, chair pose. Stay here for an extra breath. And then we'll stand and reach, breathing in. Left hand around right wrist, leaning left. Back through center. Right hand around left wrist, lean. Back through center. One more each side. Inhale to bring you up. Exhales to lean. Reach tall. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. We'll bring the feet hips width distance. You can tell hips width if you bring the knuckles together. Place them between the feet. And 2 knuckles is about hip width, okay? So, micro bend in the legs. Bend so much so that the torso can lay on the thighs. And really let the head go. Do a few nods. And a deep bend in the legs allows the torso to expand so that we can breathe fully into the lungs. Oftentimes, if we're too rounded in the back like this, right, the lungs get crowded, there's not as much space to breathe, so a bend in the legs allows the torso to expand. The head can weigh heavy, and there's space to fill up. We'll come into a bear pose next, so palms will be face down. Sit the hips low. And without actually moving the feet, can you spread the feet to either side? So we push into the outer edges of the feet, the glutes engage. We're really active in the lower body. Right, we'll try to lower the seat just a bit more, bending in the knees. And eventually, right, it's okay if the heels come off the ground, the hands will come to the earth. We'll bring the hands behind us and we'll lower our seat. Palms face up. We'll lower 1 vertebrae at a time. Eventually, bring your heels so close that you can tickle them with your fingertips. And the next breath in, we'll press into the heels, lift the hips, bridge pose. And we'll spend quite a few breaths here. Right, palms can be face down on either side of you. Or maybe you wiggle the shoulders underneath you so that the shoulder blades come closer together, and then you can interlace the hands. And this simple bridge pose is an inversion because the head is below the heart. Inversions calm the mind, the nervous system, and switch the direction of blood flow. So our thyroid is getting nutrients, our brain is getting nutrients, balances hormones, clears the mind. Really press down through the heels. Could you tuck your pelvis at all? Right? That means lifting the pelvic bones. We'll come up high onto the toes. Release the bind if you have it. And we'll 1 vertebrae at a time lower the spine to the earth. All right, we'll do another back bend if you'd like that one. Bridge pose is always there for you. No matter the back bend, remember to look straight up. We don't want to be looking side to side. Or there's wheel pose. Fingertips can come by the shoulders. We'll press into hands and feet. Lift the hips. You're going into wheel. Lift the head off the earth. Directing our energy down and into the earth. So lift up, open the heart, open the front body. If you're in wheel pose, you can even gaze between the hands. Take just 3 more breaths here. Come up onto the tippy toes, and we'll slowly lower all the way to the earth. We'll bring the knees into the chest. So our next inversion will be a shoulder stand. Okay, I'll show you a few different ways to get into that. And if shoulder stand is not in your practice or does not feel right in the body, we can always just have the ankles over the hips, hands over the shoulders. Okay? And this inversion, right, switching the direction of the blood flow, is just as beneficial. Okay, so listen to the body. And if you're coming into shoulder stand, right, my favorite way to get into this is to bring the elbows by the lower ribs. Okay, and we press into the elbows and lift the hips above the shoulders. From here, I bend the knees. You can interlace the hands and scoot the scapula underneath. And then from here, bring the hands to the lower back. Extend the feet up to the sky. And in this shoulder stand, the feet stay completely relaxed. The alternative way to get in the shoulder stand is to slowly rock back. Right, elbows by the lower ribs, and we just lift up. Okay, and if you like that, swivel, bringing the hands together interlaced, and the shoulders more under you, and then we create a tripod to lift the feet up. So the tripod is weight going into the elbows, into the shoulders, and hands pressing into the lower back. So there's not too much pressure in the head at all. You can also sit against a wall and lift the feet up against the wall. This pose translates to benefiting all parts. The Sanskrit word is sarvangasana, but that translation to benefit all parts really is true. This inversion sends blood flow, a rush into the spine, reinvigorating spinal nerves, into the neck, the thyroid, the brain. And try some leg variations if you'd like to separate the legs or bring them wide. You can try bending into the knees. Or even an eagle pose variation where we stack the knees and then we intertwine ankles behind each other. Whatever variation you have, make sure to do the other side. And from here, there's plow pose. The feet can drop behind the head. To make this more accessible, you can widen the feet. For more intensity, the feet will come together. Breathing into the lower back, the sit bones, the entire backside of the body filling with energy, with prana. Really nice variation of this Just bending into the knees. You can squeeze the temples just gently. A reminder to relax the face. And wherever you are, we'll slowly come out of this. Use your hands to help you. Unrolling one vertebrae at a time, palms resisting the earth as we lower the hips. And we'll extend the feet out. We'll take just a few breaths in Shavasana before we move on to the next pose. So it's not the end quite yet. We have this pause just to feel the effects of the posture. Tune into our physical and energetic sensations. Our counter posture, we fish pose. You can bend the legs slightly just to turn the palms face down. And we'll scoot the wrists underneath the glutes. And even interlace the thumbs if that helps you keep the hands together. From there, we extend the legs. And we press into the elbows to lift the heart. Right, and the top of the head will come to the earth just slightly. Barely any weight on the top of the head. This opens the throat. Unlike the last posture where our chin was to our chest, the counter posture to open the front of the heart, the front of the throat. And slowly we'll bring our chin towards our chest, gazing forward, and we straighten out the arms. Take palms face up on either side of us. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Opening up the palms. We'll take knees over to the left. Gaze over to the right. Doing our best to release any tension in the front of the neck. Knees back through center on the breath in. And over to the right. Gaze coming left. Next, breath in, bring the knees through center. And give yourself a tight hug. And we'll extend the legs forward for Shavasana. Make sure you're extra comfortable. If you need a sweatshirt or a drink of water, go ahead and grant yourself that. We'll take the next few minutes to feel the impact of the practice. Surrender in the body. Just observing. I'll take the thumb across each fingertip. Wiggle in the fingers, wiggle in the toes. Notice the air on the skin, the ground, touching the body. We'll reach the arms up above the head, point through the toes. And then we'll gather the knees into the chest and rock onto your favorite side. Using one arm as a bicep pillow, the other hand can come to the earth or to your heart. Pushing into the earth to come up to a seat. And absolutely no rush. Bringing the palms together at heart center. Tuning in to the loving energy emanating from your body. The fulfilled sensation of your intention. We'll bring the thumbs to the third eye between the eyebrows for clarity of thought. And the thumbs to the lips for clarity of speech. And the thumbs back to the heart for clarity of action. In gratitude for this space, this practice, and this community. Namaste. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.